YouTube family and the Maverick in the space one more time. Still, the best and most credible opinion, fair and fearless analysis. I know I'm going to go right away. Reggae Boys versus Cuba in the Nations League, the big game at the National Stadium. The first game in the Steve McLaren era with the Reggae Boys. The game end 0-0. I know something I have to take. I have to sleep it off. Because my mates did dominate with thoughtlessness overnight when I think about the game. From me in the stadium, I watch the game and I think about the game. And it's almost like I never see another football game like that. Now, by impulse, you tell me this was a horrible performance by Jamaica. We ranked 59 and Cuba ranked 167. We draw 0-0. Impulsively, we are say terrible game by Jamaica. But I'm glad me decide to think about it. And yes, it was a terrible result. It was a terrible result, but it was not a terrible performance. When you itemize the aspects of the performance, it was not terrible overall performance. We were terrible with our finishing. And we shall beat up a little team about probably 5 or 6 love. Me feel if we play back Cuba today or tomorrow, them now get less than 5 love. Not only disparity between the two teams them. But as so football go. You see in another 90 minutes span there, when you get your chances in a them moment there, you have to take them. Alright. Now there were some positives and some negatives, as me I say. I'm going to start with the negative them. Because I say on impulse we feel like it was all negative. But it was not. I'm going to break it down. The negative them is obviously that we draw the game and we never win the game. And obviously again, we miss a plethora of chances. We dominate the possession, 72% to the rest of it for Cuba. 21 shots, 7 point target. The Cuba goalkeeper make must see 7 save. I think them take 1 shot. Or 2 shots, none on target, something like so. Dominant possession game for Jamaica. The negative, of course, we miss some sitter. Missy BOYZ and Mr. Sitter, I don't know. No. I don't think I want to see back that again. If I watch back the game and I see that BOYZ shot the chance to come up, I'm going to shut my eye. The man missed the goal. Hit the ball over the bar from about 1 yard out. Literally 1 yard out. That was easier to score than for miss and BOYZ miss it. Jaman Low get one when kick over the bar from about 4 yards. He never hit the target over the bar. Alright, that's the obvious negative. So we never win the game. One more minor negative. We play against 10 man. Because Cuba get a man run off under the pressure and them under frustration a man commit a foul last man and the referee run him off. And that was in the first half, you know. So we play against Cuba for the majority of the game. A 10 man we play against. And this is the first minor criticism of the coach. Because we feel in that moment, they haven't looked at the Cubans in the first half of the game, basically, you know. The Cubans never done for half. Me sit down in the stands and watch the game and me see the Cubans them not good. That's why they forget dump up and forget beat up. So when them go down to 10 and based on how the game will go, the way Jamaica had dominate the game, me think we could have been a little braver and probably adjust the formation, push up another or substitute, go 3 at the back, put in another attacking midfield option and try definitely take the 3 points. Me think the coach just make the game play out after them get the red card second half. The intensity step up in the second half, you know. But we don't think tactically we didn't make the adjustment when them get the red card. So that a one minor negative against the coach. But people, remember, we can't blame the coach if we don't win that game. Based on the amount of easy chances when we win. And when we go to the press conference after, the coach said as much. Well, he never said that. But what the coach said was that basically, we do every single thing right except stick the ball in the back of the net. Casey Palmer was brilliant in the middle of the park. We boss the game, we keep possession of the ball, we pass around the ball, we never kick with the ball like we used to do one time. Then we have the positives now, you know. Yeah? So, we look like a football team. Casey Palmer, as me say, look like him play with the freedom now of being given the creative mandate in the middle of the park. Somewhere Jamaica football fans are asked about long time. And he was trying to be that guy, trying to be the playmaker. I try to go for the incisive past them. A lot of the time it get cut out because me not telling no lie. That Cuban low block was well organized and very disciplined. And when a team low block like that, generally it's hard to break them down. And that was the case. But Casey Palmer had a try. Bobby Reid, right? Another positive again is how the team press when we do lose the ball. We go back for the ball like a fury. We press them, we pressure them, we swarm them. And as we mentioned, Bobby Reid a while ago. A lot of people wonder why Bobby Reid is a stapling at the side. Me wonder it sometimes. But when you look on both ends of the game, the defense and the offense, when we lose that football, Bobby Reid is one of the fastest man to close down the opponents. Just look on it. He don't use the ball as well when it come on foot, but he's brilliant in that team pressing game there. That's why I'm there on the field. That aspect of the game there was good. Defensive organization look good as well. Yeah, you know, we don't concede no whole chances. One as a big positive people, another massive positive for me was the crowd. I'm surprised by the size of the crowd. When the game just started, when we going on the stadium about half hour before the game started, you know, I say, yo, the crowd are disappointing. But it's a Jamaican crowd, them come late. Because half of the crowd come like midway, the first half. And that crowd looked to me when I time it deliberately and look and I estimate it. The whole stadium basically jam-packed except the end towards Nannyville. You see that curve down there so towards the sea, towards Nannyville, down there so they'd have some empty space. The rest of the stadium basically full. Some would have estimated at probably about, how much I'm saying the stadium wall? 30 and 35? If at 35, at the capacity, 25,000 people in the stadium. If at 30 at the capacity, 20 people minimum. 20,000 people minimum in the stadium. So the crowd part of it was good. And the coach even alluded to it in the press conference as well, in the post-match. He said the crowd was brilliant. In fact, the first thing that will come out time out. He said the crowd and the support was brilliant. It kind of surprised me to see the amount of people will turn out eventually. Now, the kind of puzzle for me now is if they are going to come back based on the fact that we don't get the result. But here we bail out the team now. We don't get the result, but we play some football. It's almost a scenario, and we play better than the other team, but we draw. Because Jamaica plays some football. Casey Palmer also said it in the post-game press conference. He said from him a play for Jamaica and the best football game where Jamaica play. Definitely the best game where him play, but he said it, and the best game of football Jamaica play since him involved with the team. Now, as I said, the result are the most terrible thing about it. And the fact that Honduras dump up Trinidad, I think a 4 of Trinidad get from Honduras. And at Honduras we are going to choose there now. So we hope the result and come back come on. Because the Cuba side are not good. They play a good defensive game. Low block game. Two layers of 5 and 4. I saw them play with. And it worked. But we have to get a cutting edge together about the coach half time. The coach also admitted in the press conference. Say he does not yet know the team. He don't know the players, he don't know the bench, he don't know the team. So it's a work in progress. Remember World Cup qualifying and the real thing, you know. All of them something here are going to culminate. We want it to culminate in the team being ready for the World Cup qualifiers. So there's some mixed emotions there, people. And my thoughtlessness. Initially, me that's how we play a terrible game. But we look on the game in hindsight and reflect on the game. 99.9% of the time, if a team play like how Jamaica play against a team we play like how Cuba play and dominate the game like that and get the amount of chances where them get, 99.9% of the time, the Jamaica team would have win that game. Me don't think we can dominate a game like that again and don't win it. Anyway, and that's how it stopped for the time being. What do you think? You watch a game? What do you think about the game? Tell me what you think about the game now. Go on in the comment section and let me know. Maverick, my thoughts.